Hello, and welcome to Hoban High School's registration video. We hope this answers some of the common questions students have about signing up for next year's classes. When is registration, you ask? We will start with the juniors on March 6th, meeting with each grade level during that week, and ending with the freshmen on March 8th. On your registration day, you will come to the Holy Cross room during your English class to meet one-on-one with the counselor and choose your classes. Many students ask, how much room do I have in my schedule? Or how many classes can I take? Everyone has to take at least 6 classes each semester. Some students choose to give up study hall in order to take a 7th class. Think about the difficulty level of your classes and your other responsibilities, such as work, sports, and co-curriculars when building your schedule. What courses should I take? The classes you will take next year will both include core classes and electives. Your teachers will make recommendations for your core classes based on your grades and how well you're working in their classes. And then you will have the chance to select electives to fill out the rest of your schedule. It's important that you take the time to review your elective choices before your registration meeting. But how do I know what my options are? That's easy. When it comes to electives, you have 2 resources, the Parent-Student Handbook and your course selection sheet. Let's start with the course selection sheet. The course selection sheet you received today lists all of the classes available to your grade level. The chart in the middle of this page is a good tool for helping you plan your classes. Make note that some classes have prerequisites, which are other courses or requirements that need to be met before you can enroll. That's where the handbook comes in. The handbook is full of information that can help you in your planning. You can easily find the handbook under quick links on the Hoban website. Let's highlight a few helpful pages in the handbook. First, toward the front of the handbook, there is a page titled Course of Study. This page shows you in general terms what courses are taken on each grade level. The next page is the elective page. Here, all of Hoban's offered electives are organized by department. This is helpful to students who are looking to pursue their interests in a particular subject, for example, science or visual arts. Again, be sure to check for prerequisites and grade requirements for these classes when making your plans. The best place to check for this information is in the course description section of the handbook. In this section, you will find a summary of every class offered at Hoban, including its prerequisites, the amount of credit you will earn, and any fees associated with the course. On this page, for example, you will see a description for Honors Human Anatomy and Physiology. It states that juniors and seniors are welcome to take the class, that it is a full year class equaling 1 credit, and that it requires successful completion of biology and chemistry or current enrollment in chemistry. It's very important that you read these descriptions carefully when choosing your classes so that you understand the expectations for the class. You can find the course descriptions link on the academics page of the Hoban website as well as within the pages of the handbook. Many students ask, how much world language credit do I need? While there is actually no language credit requirement for graduation, most colleges want to see 2 to 3 years of the same language. If you've finished your 2nd year and are deciding about whether or not to continue, you may ask yourself a few questions. Am I doing well? Do I enjoy the class? Would I like to learn to really speak and understand the language? If your answers are yes, you really should continue. While 2 years is the minimum requirement, it is better to have the 3rd year. Once you decide if you're continuing with your language, it will be easier to determine how many other electives you can take. It's based on the answers to 2 questions. 1. Are you continuing with your language? 2. Do you need a study hall? Using this chart will help you decide the right number of electives for you. For example, if you are continuing with your language and you do not need a study hall, you can choose up to 1 full credit of electives. Another common question is, what do I need in order to graduate? This page lists the amount of credit you need in each subject area in order to graduate from Hoban. Staying on course for graduation now means that you may need to take 7 classes at least one semester of your high school career so that you will have enough credits to graduate. Talk with your parents about the best time to do this. Make a plan that makes sense for you. Use the 4-year graduation plan to ensure that you are on track for graduation and visualize when you will have time for the classes you want. Again, remember to build in any prerequisite courses you need. You can find this planner on the Hoban website under Quick Links in the Forms and Downloads section. Good planning can help you make use of all the opportunities available here at Hoban. All students must have 0.5 physical education credits. This is the equivalent of 2 PE courses at 0.25 credit each. If you are a member of the class of 2020 or beyond, you are eligible to use the physical education waiver to complete this graduation requirement. In order to be eligible for the waiver, students must complete 2 full seasons of a sport. If a student is injured or becomes academically ineligible to play, then that sports season will not count for the credit. Your sports season should be completed by your junior year, or we will need to schedule you into physical education courses. It is not possible to combine one sports season with one PE course. So, if a student has only completed one sports season, he or she will need to complete both physical education credits. If you intend to play sports in college, please be aware that you will have to meet NCAA core course requirements. These differ depending on the collegiate division in which you want to participate. Division 1 and 2 require 16 core course or academic credits. You should make an appointment with your counselor to discuss this further. These requirements will shape your choice of electives moving forward, so be sure to check in before developing your plan. Congratulations! You are now ready for registration. So, what should I bring to registration? Make sure you bring your completed course selection sheet with you to your registration meetings. This is the paper you received today that lists all of the available classes. You need to take it home and talk about your options with your parents. Then, most importantly, fill it out and bring it with you on registration day. At the end of your meeting, we will print a course request form. You will need to take this form home to be signed by your parents and return it by March 10th. There will be boxes in your English classroom where you can return the forms early if you choose. Please do not return your form late. If you wish to challenge a recommendation, you must use the course registration waiver. You can find this form on the Hoban website under Quick Links, Forms and Downloads in the folder marked Student Services Documents. The completed waiver should be turned in with your other registration forms by the deadline of March 10th so that they can be reviewed by administrators in a timely manner. You will be notified by either email or letter regarding the results of the waiver. Please note that not all waivers are approved. Decisions are based on course requirements, workload, teacher recommendations, and the best interests of the student. You definitely have some choices to make, and the decisions can be tough. Use us as a resource. We are here to help you sort things out. We look forward to working with you and your parents to move on to your next grade level and successful graduation. Please see us if you have any questions, and thanks for listening.